Hello everybody, I hope you're keeping really well. I'm looking a bit dishevelled because it's after work, it's after dinner, and tonight I wanted to capture a moment with you. A couple of things actually. First time I used a ring light in a really long time, if ever, so I've no idea what effect that's having on the footage. I know I look like I've got a halo above me, and that's because of my overhead light. Because yep, clocks went back this week, so we're full on into autumn. And having been in Holland a couple of weeks ago now, with beautiful sunshine and sitting in the sunshine, I'm full on out in the rain, windy, dark at home, and I think you're probably going to get visibility of the ring light in my glasses. So this is all new ground to me. Yeah, look at that. Oh my word. Not sure what to do with that. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. However, I wanted to capture this moment because I'm about to embark on a very big project. I'm about to embark on, here we go, the Mitchell trousers, which is the newest pattern by Closet Core Patterns. It is an involved make, I'm not going to lie. I haven't made a make like this for some time. So I'm quite excited about it, but quite nervous as well. I've got all my pieces cut out here. Just going to lean across. Oh, yeah, there's the pattern falling on the floor. So I've got all my pieces cut out here. I've got the interfacing cut out as well. I haven't sewn that on yet. And this lovely project, I'm just going to pop it back up there a second. This lovely project is part of my work as an ambassador with Little Miss So and So. It's the first project I've done for them, so I'm really excited to get going. And what a project to start with. Oh my word, the pressure. I am given a box, the subscription box, which is my guilty pleasure, all set to sew. I've got the standard box, which is just a lovely thing, and I did an unboxing of that, so I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But yeah, we had an amazing choice of fabrics to choose from. I've gone for a mid-weight denim, which I know is quite a structured finish for the Mitchell trousers. Lots of people have made them in linen and twills and things like that, but I wanted a not quite trousers, not quite jeans, sort of very neutral and versatile therefore pair of trousers. And I've decided to go for the taper leg, because you've got a tapered leg or a wide leg version, and having made the Dawn wide leg jeans recently, I wanted to go for a tapered leg, and I'm loving the sort of semi-80s styling of that. Yes, I was there first time round. Never thought I'd hear myself say that. So there you go, it's happening. So I'm gonna take my time on this one. I've got nearly the whole of November ahead of me. I haven't got any other sewing projects on the go at the moment. I literally actually have got a Nova jumpsuit over there cut out, you can see in a pile, but that isn't a for now project. It's something I wanted to cut out last month and forgot to tell you about actually, because it has sat there for the whole month. So I'm going to give myself, and I'm going to make myself, more importantly, take my time on this project and sew in small chunks so that I can keep the standard high and my concentration on the techniques consistent, because I am a fast sewer, you know this, but this time I'm going to see if I can pace myself, is a better way of putting it. So it's not a sew along by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm going to try and to remember to at least film some bits. So maybe I'll capture some milestones, if you like, is my idea. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I said I'd sort of capture some moments, and I am pretty pleased with this. I feel like I could conquer the world to have got this far on a rainy Thursday night. So I'm just going to take you in on here. Obviously I've got my shadow, so I'm sorry about that. This is the welt pocket at the back, and then you've got this lovely pleat that encases the belt. That's hard to do one-handed, and then I've been able to replicate that on the other side. So in other sewing projects I've kept on going until I've got the welt pocket done, but I'm really pleased at the sort of the process I've been through right now, and I'm therefore going to stop for now, and I'm going to pick it up another night. So I'll just turn around so you can see the construction on the other side. It looks to me like although my pockets seem to be equal, I have done some misalignment here on both sides by the looks of it. But I don't think that's going to matter, because I think that's going to flip up like that to create the pocket, and I'll be able to lose this on either side, I think is what's going to happen, something like that. So I'll be able to trim that off because there's still enough allowance here, so something's gone wrong with my alignment on both sides. But you know what, it really doesn't matter provided they're equal. There's a bit of like spacing to do here, but don't forget that's the welt piece that's going to, I think, is going to fold up. Haven't really worked it all out yet, but yeah, I'm really pleased with the progress so far. And this denim has been absolutely lovely to work with. It's actually it's quite stiff when I bought it, and that's not unusual when it came from the subscription box. That's obviously not unusual for denim, but as I've washed it, obviously, and as I've been working with it, it's actually got a really nice drape to it. So I was worried it was going to be a bit stiff, but I think actually it's going to, well, it is a fabulous, fabulous fabric to work with. And these pockets, you always forget how wonderful cotton is to sew with. And in case you're thinking, oh my word, you've done these around the wrong way, the whole idea is that you get to see the beautiful fabric on the inside. So your pockets are actually on the right side, on the inside. We know no one gets to see that, but that's the beauty of a closet core pattern. You get to see your beautiful work yourself. Okay, excuse the rough and ready footage, but another milestone achieved. The back of the trousers is now complete. This is the Mitchell trousers, and we're now on to assembling the front pockets. I won't go into too much detail, but I just wanted to give you a sort of an angle here, so sorry about the shadows and things. So this is on the top of the pocket, top of the trousers and pocket, and you just have to, honestly, if you're thinking, oh, I'll never be able to make those, honestly, these have been an amazing construction process so far, and you just have to trust the process, because I don't remember ever putting pockets in that sort of angle before, but they absolutely match up. All the notches are brilliant. So I've got a naughty seam allowance that won't stay that way, but that won't matter. Honestly, it's just coming together beautifully so far. Okay, so another milestone reached. So we've got pockets in, these beautiful pleats. I'm interested to see how they wear on the body. You can see there's lovely belt sections at the front here, and then I have done the fly. Wow, I love this. Honestly, that's got to be one of the best zips I've ever put in, or flies at least I've ever put in. I've got no gaping at the front here. Yeah, just coming together really, really well. I apologise for the amateur nature of my filming, but there you go. Guess what? It's me. It's my sewing room. My Manky, actually not a Manky ironing board, but it seems a lot of action. You know this. So super pleased so far. And the next stage, look, I've even done little bar tacks here, look, which I never normally do. There we go. And the next stage is to baste the seams together, the sides and the inseams together. So finally get to see if these babies are going to fit. Hello lovely people, it's Cara here, and I am so mad. So you know what, in true YouTuber style, I have already recorded this video, but did the sound work? No, it did not. How long was I recording for? Oh, about half an hour. And how many times did this happen to you, Cara? Not once, about twice. So super frustrated, because I've literally sat down to edit my film and my footage that I've taken about these lovely trousers, and you can see me moving, my lips are moving, but there's no sound, so that's really annoying. Not that you need to know that, but I always feel like I'm having a chat with friends, and you are my sewing friends. So I thought I'd just share that mad story with you. So I am here, I'm after work, so looking very workified. I'm on my Somerset tee by Maven Patterns. Got the sort of 3/4 length balloon sleeve. FYI, must make more of these. I love this style of top. I've got my Ina trousers on by Named Clothing. I can show you a knee if you like. There we go. But I'm here today because I want to share with you the end of the story. the final piece in the puzzle with my Mitchell trousers, which I absolutely love. And every time I video, hang on. So where was I? I was standing up to get the pattern and the light fell down, and yeah, I made it out alive is all I can tell you. And I did make it out alive from the Mitchell trousers experience, okay? You know that I always tell you the truth, number one, but you know that I was nervous about this project. Nervous about it because lovely Nicola at Little Miss So-and-so allowed me to become an ambassador. It's my first ambassador project for her, and it's quite a complex pattern. Yeah, it is quite complex. Look, these are proper grown-up trousers. Got a zip fly. You've got the option to do these lovely waist ties. You've got like wide leg, tapered leg, welt pockets. I'm like, oh my word, my first project. Want to do them proud. Definitely want to do them proud. And want to make a good product, obviously, at the end of the day, because it's a big investment. And making trousers is it's not making a t-shirt, is it? It's not a jersey project. It's not just an overlocker, it's the works. So I have put together some footage and I'm going to share that with you. And it's milestones, really. Not all of the milestones, because I'm a sewer. I YouTube part-time. Whoa, wouldn't that be a nice job to be doing that full-time? But my enthusiasm to sew I'm not doing a sew along or anything like that. I have done in the past, but they are all consuming. So let me tell you about the trousers. I'm going to put some pictures in of the trousers on me, because one of the joys of filming in landscape, as you know, is you don't see the full get up. So I'm going to put some pictures and a bit of footage of me in these trousers, and here they are. Here are the wonderful Mitchell trousers. Now I'm in the world of filming in the dark outside. I mean, I'm not outside, I'm inside, but it is now dark outside, so I'm at the mercy of my light up here, and I've got a ring light over there. I have actually got some really special lights turning up on Friday, which I can't wait to share with you as part of a future video. But these are the Mitchell trousers. They are made in the most beautiful denim. It's an 8.5 ounce, which is a mid-weight denim from Little Miss So-and-so, all as part of their My Guilty Pleasure, all set to sew special subscription box. The subscription box, which I know I've mentioned a few times, which is why I'm here, because I love it. You get to choose what you want to you either get a choice of a woven or a stretch pattern each month. You get to choose your fabric, so you know what's coming, but then you get a period of time where you can plan that, you can watch all the YouTube videos, etc, etc, and then you get excitement of the unboxing. I just love it. And here we are, this is the finished make. And I have to tell you, despite my trepidation at how long this was going to take me, this genuinely came together. The cutting out was quite lengthy. It's probably a good couple of hours of cutting out, and I always just cut straight into my pattern. I'm not a tracer. I don't see my body shape changing anytime soon. I'm not going to be giving giving birth to anyone. No more pregnancies in my life. And you know, all that sort of stuff. I have been very fortunate. My weight has fluctuated a tiny bit, but it's never that much different. And obviously with having waist ties, you can cinch it in should I lose some weight, which is, you know, a nice thing to happen if it does happen. If it doesn't, I am me. So that took us some time, and then I chipped away at it, and I think I mentioned in one of the clips I'm going to put in whatever order, I can't remember, that I decided to sew in batches. And this was the most groundbreaking thing about this project. I am normally a sit down and sew and don't get up until I've finished. Literally, my husband, you know how lovely he is bringing me tea or wine or both, and reminding me to eat and things like that. This time I literally did a few hours here, a few hours there. So I got to a point and then I left it. And that's quite interesting for me, because I do not do this. I just don't. But it was the key to this, particularly as you start on these bad boys. Bow, bow, bow. You start on the welt pocket. I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you do. That was my memory. Hang on, I'm gonna have to get the instructions out now. As with all Cosette Core, you get a lovely instruction booklet here, and it's always so thorough. I absolutely love it. let me just check. I'm just, you know, recapping here. Oh yeah, you interface. Oh, then you sort. That's it. You sort out. You start with the lovely straps here. Now these are purely optional, and having now made them, they are lovely and really nice feature. But for me, the waist, and this is just for me, obviously, as I don't know what they come out like on you. They serve no practical purpose for me because the waist happens to be absolutely perfect. The only thing I will say, if you're making them out of linen or something like that and your fabric has a tendency to grow, then the waist ties would be genius because you would be able to take up that excess across the day, because you know they get a bit slack, don't they? So that would be genius. But having worn these, I haven't used the ties. They are cinched into the most they need to, for me, the most they need to be, and I haven't had to amend them. Hope that makes sense. But I absolutely love the construction. It is super clever. So they originate in the back waist pleat here, which is amazing, and then they feed all the way around, and then the front one is in the front pleat. And you've got a D-ring here, which came in the kit, which was perfect. There are a couple of options of how you can do this, and the D-ring is one, which is great. I absolutely love them. You then do move on to so you do the pleats and the ties, and then it is onto the welt pocket. So you're kind of getting, they call it eat the frog in some of the sort of management courses I go on. Eat the frog is basically do the hard bit first and then work backwards. And I've got to say, I mean, I hope you can see that, but I am chuffed to pieces with that. You'll know in my recent Vicky Sews waistcoat experience, I just didn't do that very well, but the welt pocket pieces on that were really tricky, whereas these, piece of cake. Genuinely, just follow the instructions and you will love it. And I do know in the footage, I've got some footage of my sort of reflections of how that came together, and it is absolutely lovely. So really, really beautiful. Once I'm trying to follow the instructions here now, because it genuinely, I know I say in the footage, just follow the process, and that is the best advice I can give you. Sorry if that's rustling on my microphone, I just realised that that's down there, so sorry. You'd think I'd know, you'd think I'd get it by now, but it's still just me being me. Sorry about that. But welcome if you're new, and if you haven't been here before, don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to see more of you. Do you see how I segued that in there? Yeah, so the pockets are genius, and they look absolutely massive. But let me I'll show you that on the inside in a second. So the welt pockets at the back, lovely, useful size back pockets. But I'm not really sure if anyone uses a back pocket, but they look great. Even on my flat bum, I'm really pleased with them, and I will put a picture in of my flat bum in the pocket with the pockets in it. And then you've got at the front, obviously, you've got these lovely deep pockets, and look at this pleat detail here. Oh, look at that! It's so special how these come together. Really, just lovely. Got this lovely pleat, lovely big pocket, great fly here. Just, yeah, I absolutely love it. All came together really well. There's no dodgy hole in the bottom, which sometimes I get on these. The only thing I will say, which I think I explained, I'm not sure if I got to, hopefully I filmed some of the zip making. The zip that I got provided is not this zip, okay? So this is a big chunky like light blue zip. Little Miss So-and-so provided me a lovely blue dressmaking zip. Because despite my very best following of instructions, something didn't go so right. So whilst I'm sharing my loveliness of this, I will just share my reflections if that's okay. So this pleat here, as I said before, is created when you do the waist tie, and it's sort of integral to the pocket. Okay, it's not complicated. I'm over describing it. It really does just come together. You are required to put a little bar tack in here, and I was really proud of this in the footage because I don't really use bar tacks ever, but I thought no, I will. And I don't know what I did, but I cinched, I basically collected in the wrong part of the trouser, and I don't know if that was because I included the pocket or something, I'm not sure. But what happened was, on both sides, I had a beautiful bar tack, bop bop here, okay? I had done the little bar tack, it's all about the bar tacks. I'd done the little bar tack at the bottom of the zip, and when I put the trousers on, something had happened to the tensioning of the front of the trousers, okay? Because I put them on, I tried to do the zip up, and it wasn't happening it. And before I knew it, before I had really a chance to work out what had gone on, me and my not so little tummy sometimes had popped the zip. No fault of the zip whatsoever. I had created tension across the front here, and I was just like, so what is happening here? So now you have a lovely vision in your mind. I've got the trousers on for the very first time. I'm looking really excited at all the fitting and all that sort of stuff, and then the the zip pops, and to my absolute delight, the top of the zip has stayed together and the whole zip has gone whoop. So I am now trapped in my trousers thinking, what do I do now? Genuinely not happened to me before. I was a bit hot and sweaty by this point because I was thinking, arr! So I calmed myself down. I'm looking at the rest of the fit thinking, nailed it. These are out of the packet the right size, apart from whatever I've done with the tension at the front. So then I unglamorously had to pick myself out of my own trousers. This is not a glamorous sight. It is not. So I unpicked the zip and I was heartbroken, because in these trousers, when you get to basting the leg seams together, etc., you are done. You are on the home straight, apart from putting the waistband on, which again is a done deal because it is just a facing. It's not a waistband as such. So I'm like, ugh. I had no choice but to unpick all of the zip fly construction. Oh, heartbroken, really genuine, heartbroken. Oh, so frustrated. Luckily I did have a zip, and luckily because I'd done it once already, it was very straightforward to do. Just very frustrating moment in the creation of a pair of trousers. Urgh. I think you can sense my pain. So my advice is caution when doing the pleats, caution when doing, because I think I'd basically pinched the wrong bits of fabric in, because what I have worked out is that when you're wearing these trousers, the wearing ease, if you like, is coming from that pleat. And anyone who knows anything about pattern design is probably going, yes, Cara, that's always the case, but I did not know this. So that's my express of caution on that. Once I had resolved that, I can honestly tell you, these fit out of the packet straight up. I made a straight size 14, so my hip measurement is, what is my hip measurement? My hip measurement is 104, I think, and the size 14 is 107. My waist measurement is 32 inches, and I think these come up at 33. So I made a straight size 14 and made no adjustments whatsoever. I'll tell you what I do, because I'm not sure I've read that out right. So I'm going to put on the screen now my measurements, and then what the size 14 is, and then I'll put on the screen maybe the finished measurements as well, so you can see that. But I didn't make any adjustments, which, well, that's just lovely. And then when you look at the fit on me, I've got a very flat bottom, and I think this is quite flattering for my bum, if I'm honest. It's not baggy in any way or anything like that, so I'm really, really happy with that. The other thing I would say when I'm talking about the fly here is, you know, people always say to me, well, what was the trickiest part in a make? For me, bizarrely, it was the sewing on of this fella. Okay, this is the sort of the hook and eye, the fancy hook and eye, because, well, I had never done it before, but I don't think, but you want to try and get this as a flatter finish as possible, because you can choose a button here, and I honestly, on reflection, a button would be easier because it doesn't, the bulk is on the outside because the button is on the outside. By creating this, in all the pictures I've seen, you kind of get a bit of a bump, and there's nothing I can do about that because that is the bump of the fixing. So I think that's an interesting reflection. It also took me forever to get the tension of it when it's actually wearing right, so that it sat as flush as it does. So it's still a little bit of a bump there, as you can see that in the footage there. Ain't nothing you can do about that, I don't think, or use a smaller hook and eye, of course, but such a fabulous one was provided. I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying, if you're going for a really flat line at the front, then either choose a smaller fixing or do the button, and therefore you will just naturally see the button, I guess. But it's a lovely finish on the inside as well. Let me show you. Oh, hang on. Just talk amongst yourselves. Just trying to do my button up here. Because Closet Core is known for having beautiful finish on the inside. So for Ginger Jeans example, your pockets always designed to be seen on the inside, and you have got to remind yourself of that when you're creating them. So there you go, the beautiful, hope you can see that all right. I've worn these trousers quite a lot, so that's why they're creased, and I haven't ironed them because this is authentically my trousers and me just authentically showing you them. So you've got beautiful pockets, lovely big pockets there. You've got the lovely bound finish on the waistband. Now on the right hand side here, oh wait, and this is the fly shield here. So I kept wondering how the fly shield was going to stay held, and it's because of this lovely button that they put on here. And there are several options of how to do these things, by the way, and you could bias bound this if you wanted to, but I decided not to. So that's a really lovely finish. So having just buttoned that up, let me unbutton it, because it's very clever, because this side has a curve in the waistband top here, and for some reason on mine, just another tip, when I put it in, this was too long and it covered the top of the zip, so then you couldn't put the zip up without sort of putting your hand underneath there. So I did have to shorten that. I don't know, that'll be Cara error somewhere along the line, but it is a beautiful way of finishing that and makes it all lovely and neat. And then the pockets on the back, which are obviously incorporate the welt. So the welt is this big, you can see there, you've got some seam lines. That is the welt that you would, if you put your hand in your pocket, you see a bit of this bit of the proper fabric, and that's because that is this. Okay, which is just a lovely finish. But look how lovely and neat they are, genuinely. It's just a thing of beauty. And I did maybe 3 sewing sessions of probably a couple of hours each on these, and that's pretty good going. If you didn't do the waist ties or the welt pockets, I've got to tell you, this is an extraordinarily easy pair of trousers to make, because the pleats in the front and the back, super simple to do. The pockets at the front, super simple to do. And I don't know about you, but when I make trousers, actually the fly is super simple to do as well. And when I make trousers, sometimes for me the waistband is the trickiest part, because it needs to look the neatest and all that line up at the top stuff and stuff. But because you've got a facing, all the hard work has been done already. So yeah, genuinely quite a straightforward pair of trousers to make, which I never thought I'd say, particularly with my intrepidation in the beginning. But I absolutely love them. I hope I've put enough pictures in. It's interesting actually, because I was watching So Live's Sew Along. I did find that incredibly useful. She's so talented. She literally is talking the whole time and sewing the whole time. Don't know how she does that. Obviously she's very talented, which is amazing. But when she's done her Instagram photographs, one of the things she talked about was she didn't know what top to wear with it, because these trousers are so high-waisted, and because I put, I'm going to turn them back in the other way again, because I put all that effort into creating the waist ties, you kind of want to show the waist ties off a little bit. And I agree with her, because when you put the trousers on, what top do you wear that shows so much of your top? If you're like someone like me that normally would be wearing a pair of trousers that covers to your mid belly really. So I will just put in again additionally the pictures, and you'll see I'm wearing cream jumper to start off with, which I ended up tucking in. I thought it was much shorter, but I did tuck it in and blouse it over the top. Then I put I think I put a bodysuit on, because it is actually quite a nice idea. So you know, in a video a couple of months ago, or a couple of weeks ago, I was in my Elysian bodysuit, but I wasn't keen on my skinny jeans really highlighting the front of my tummy. This skims over your tummy. It doesn't hug your tummy because of the pleats, which is a really nice thing. So I can wear my Elysian bodysuits really well in this, because I feel really comfortable, and because they're so high-waisted, all of that sort of tummy area is behind the trousers, which is quite nice. Obviously they're wearing the skinny jeans too, but accentuated because they're skinny. So that was really nice. But I think my favourite top so far is the green top I bought from I bought in Den Haag Market, as you do, when I was on holiday a couple of weeks ago. And that's quite a blousy top, and that's my favourite so far to wear with these, and works brilliantly then with my the Charlie bomber jacket I made, which ironically also was fabric from Little Miss So-and-so. So just something to bear in mind actually, that they are that high-waisted that in order to show off the lovely details you're going to need to have something quite cropped. So I'm sure there's tops I've got, and in the summer in particular, my my linen tops would be lovely with this. So I really loved making these trousers. I've really loved wearing them. They are quite an 80s aesthetic, which I think is quite nice. Even my daughter went, oh yeah, that's what's in the shops at the moment. And I'm not a follower of fashion exactly, but that's what these designers are doing. They're creating things that are perfect to wear right now. So I hope you enjoyed my sort of adventure into these trousers. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. No question is too small. I do genuinely respond to every message. And can I just say a huge thank you to you all. I am regularly posting, and I have so many beautifully regular posts, people who comment, care, show their love, all that sort of stuff. So thank you for that. It really means a great deal to me. And you know, some of you have been commenting since the beginning. You know, I know a little bit about your lives, which is absolutely lovely. So thank you. You know who you are, and you're really special to me. So thank you. Please continue that. And I say, if you're new, I'd love to hear your for you to hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell, because I'd like my little channel to keep growing. And it's, yeah, I don't know why it's a little bit static at the moment, my channel. So in terms of subscriber numbers. So feel sorry for me and click subscribe, please. And if you think there's things I should be doing on my channel, then DM me via Instagram if you like, and let me know, because I'd love to grow my channel. Enough waffle, Cara. So these are amazing. Lots of people are reaching for them, or lots of people actually message me to say I've got the pattern, too scared to cut into it. Please don't feel that way. It is a pattern that is achievable if you take it in chunks, would be my personal experience. I would actually quite like to make the wide leg, and I think I'm going to do that with the lovely brown fabric that I got from Amsterdam. No, that was Den Haag as well. So yeah, I think I might do that next, which would be quite exciting. So I was going to include this film in with some other recent makes, but I'm going to leave this dedicated just to the Mitchell trousers because it's a fairly long bit of footage, and I just wanted to do it justice. So thank you once again to Nicola and her team at Little Miss So-and-so. I cannot wait for the next subscription box. As I film this, I already know what it is, because you know, it's on a monthly basis, and it's super exciting, and it's gonna look great with these. I won't get too much away there, but hey, I'm amongst friends. You're not going to tell anyone, are you? But if you haven't heard about the subscription box, please do head over to their website, because it genuinely is an amazing subscription box. Pattern, fabric, all the notions, zips, buttons, interfacing, pocket lining, yeah, fabulous. You'll love it. And obviously the pattern itself, so yeah, amazing. Okay, that's it for me. Take care everybody, stay safe and well. Until next time, bye bye.